Oh my goodness, West Tigers fans. If you weren't paying attention to the West Tigers before, you better start now. We just put a 32-6 demolition job over the Parramatta Eels. We sent a freaking message to the rest of the NRL. This team is for real and we are playing hard. Today in this episode, we're going to be diving deep into exactly how the Tigers pulled off this statement win, breaking down key plays, standout performances, and what this actually means for the Tigers ahead for the season, but also for the Dolphins game coming up. But before we get into it, I would love if you like and subscribe. It helps me in the algorithm out a ton. Plus, I would love to gather a like-minded community of Tigers fans and believers because we are Jahreaming big this year with people like Bula, with people like Luai and Galvin. This wasn't just a win, guys. This was a statement, and it is early days, but we have so much to be proud of and so much to be Jahreaming big about. So, the West Tigers walked into CommBank Stadium last night against a desperate Parramatta side, and we absolutely embarrassed them. Like, what was it? To the 79th minute, they didn't score anything. And it was on their own turf, too. Like, from the opening minutes, we just had that sharpness. Not exactly. That did come, but we looked hungry. We looked tough. We were just more structured overall than we've seen in years, and definitely over the Parramatta Eels. Benji Marshall's fingerprints were definitely all over last night's performance. The attack had so much shape, talking backline spines. The defense had just steel. It was tough, and it held the freaking Lions time after time. And the players, they finally played like they believed. Someone on the live stream said there was unity, and I couldn't agree more. By full time, the scoreboard read 32-6. We were so close to a 32-0, but that doesn't even tell the full story of how dominant this performance was by our boys. So, the heart of it all, other than Galvin and Luai, it was Sunia, Turuva, how you pronounce his first name, my bad, and then Jahream Bula. These two completely tore the Eels apart, and we need to talk about how dangerous they are together, and they could be the best combo in the NRL. 26th minute, the Tigers had already been like applying pressure like none other. But this was the moment that they broke through, right? It starts with Jahream Bula. He swept out the back and started drawing defenders in, creating this overlap before shifting the ball to Stafford Toa. Toa then straightens up and commits a defender and then hits Sunia Turuva on the outside, and boom, freaking try time. I was on the live stream up. I was pumped. You guys were pumped. Now, Turuva still has some work to do, but this is why he is so special, because his footwork, his acceleration, he just can burn his opposite number and just dive into the corner like that. It was beautiful. He is a tank. And that was the first warning shot that us Tigers put up, making a 6-0. And more importantly, like, they looked controlled and confident there in their attack. And oh my goodness, 10 minutes later, Stafford Toa gets into the action. Lachlan Galvin, the 19-year-old wonder kid, spots an opportunity, takes on the line and fires a short ball to Toa, who powers his way through the defense, and I am frothing at this point, and gets his first try, right? Like, this absolutely beautiful 12-0 at this point. The Eels have already looked rattled. The Tigers, they just look clinical, but the best has yet to come, and we were frothing at this point all on the live stream last night. Right before halftime, we got one of the plays of the season so far. Parramatta kicks deep, so deep, and it looks like the Tigers are just gonna like give up, take the tackle, whatever, and settle. But Jahream Bula had other ideas, and I was so freaking pumped on this. He takes off from our own goal line, stepping past one and then two defenders, and suddenly the Tigers are away. We are running. The ball spreads left. I think it was Adam Dewey. He puts it in a perfect chip kick, and who's there? Lockie Galvin. My goodness, this 19-year-old guy was backing up through the middle like a seasoned veteran. He was playing with purpose that we finally wanted to see, and like, he gathers the ball, dives on underneath the post. Tigers are up 18-0 by halftime, and he was playing with purpose and that he wanted to be in this club. The try was electric. I believe it was his first try of the season, and like, it just stood out. And you know what else stood out? It was Bula's confidence in that run. This guy is fearless. He backed himself the whole way. He made something happen, and he completely shattered the Eels defense. No one was ready for it. And if the first half was about anything, it was about making a statement, because the second half was about making making a point, right? The 43rd minute, Gerald Skelton gets in on the action, finishing off a pinpoint grabber from Galvin. And then in the 68th and 74th minutes, Turuva completes his hat trick, and my mind was blown. You guys' minds were blown on the live stream. And it was no surprise that Bula again was involved. And these two just have a connection. There is this chemistry. Bula finds a space. He engages the defense. And Turuva just knows how to be exactly where he needs to be. And it is a deadly combo that I think is going to score many tries. At this point, 32-0. And the Tigers were ruthless. Parramatta finally got on the board in the dying literally seconds. Let's be real, this was never really a contest, and when they scored, I was like bummed, but at the same time, I was like, we knew we had the game. So let's talk a little bit more about individual performances that stood out to me. Let's start with Lachie Galvin, just because he's copped a lot of hate this past week. He was the real deal last night, and I have never seen this kid play with such passion and purpose. A try, 2-try assists, and just complete control of the attack on his backline, and the way that he was being led by Luai and Api. If you aren't on the Galvin hype train now is the time, because if he keeps playing like this, it is going to be freaking for sure Tigers' future for him. Like, this guy is our X Factor, right? And talk about X Factor, let's talk about Jahream Bula, aka Jahream Big. Like, this guy is the X Factor. He is the future of the club. He is our best probably fullback in all of history. That's controversial, but I will fight you guys to the death on that. First game back from his surgery and his injury, whatever it was, and he looked electric. Like, his kick returns, his vision, his speed, his breaks, like, they were leading to people like Galvin trying, and just amazing plays all around. He's the guy who sparked so much last night for the Tigers, and he is so pivotal going forward. Another one that kind of stood out to me was Terrell May. He was an absolute machine. He dominated the middle, huge work rate, and defensively he set the tone. Next person, Royce Hunt, that chase at the end on that try that the Eels got was still beautiful, the way he was there, the pressure. And then, of course, we can't go without saying Turuva. 3 tries, every single one showed why he is such a dangerous finisher. But what really stood out to me was his chemistry with the team, but also with Bula. That was the biggest thing that came out of the game, was Jahream Bula and Turuva. I think they're going to be the most dangerous duo in the NRL and the West Tigers this season that anyone's ever seen. And the way they read the game, the way they support each other, it's special. You could see it all game. Bula just was creating space. Turuva was finishing. You had people like Luai and Galvin in the middle helping assist that. But, Turuva runs a support line. Bula finds him. And that's what makes me so excited for the season ahead with these two. Like, that is the kind of performance that changes the narratives about a club, right? For years, the Tigers have just been seen as the easy beats, the pushovers, the wooden spoons. But this was a team playing with belief, structure, aggression, and unity. And Benji Marshall is building something truly special that I am so excited to get behind. Would you guys agree? You can see it in the attack last night, like the way that we could shift the ball with confidence, create gaps, and our defensive line, holy crap, the scramble, the resilience, and the refusal to fold, we were getting in their heads, making them feel complacent by the end. And like, most importantly, you can see it in the players. Like, they are trusting the system that Benji is building. They trust each other. Luai is now leading. Galvin is being led. Api is directing, and they're playing like a team that expects to win. So where can we go from here as Tigers fans and as a Tigers club? We're going up against the Dolphins. It's going to be a tough match next week, but this win puts us in a great position early in the season. I think we're like 6th or 5th on the ladder. We've already pushed top 8 already, and it's only round 2. But the real test is the consistency. Can we back it up next week against the Dolphins? Can we maintain this level against the competition's elite? Like, one thing's for sure, this isn't the same old Tigers, but I do worry that, can we keep this up? Is it sustainable? Is it replicable? Because I don't know. I know I can't get my hopes up, but at the same time, I am seeing something truly special, and I know you guys are too. But yeah, I think if we keep playing like this, they are not just going to be making the finals. We're going to be making a statement across the whole NRL. Just a beautiful, beautiful game last night. I literally could not be more proud. One thing I will say that we need to fix is just our intensity when we came out. We were so intense to the point where it was kind of crumbling. We had opportunities to make some tries, especially when we had 2 penalties given to us, and then we had, advantage sets and stuff like that. We could have made tries, but we were just scrambling, trying to make something happen. Once we noticed that, you could see the team shift, and that we started making space. We started thinking through plays. Luai was stepping up. It was beautiful. Oh my goodness. So if we can still diagnose those things early, that I think is the key, and then just kind of being sustainable throughout the whole game. And again, it was like 37 degrees, but if we can pace ourselves throughout and make sure that all of our guys can make it to the end and not get gassed out, that would be huge for the Tigers. So huge win over the Eels last night. What do you think? Who was your standout performer? Drop a comment below. Let's talk footy. If you're loving these breakdowns, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a Tigers deep dive. This season is going to be so special, guys. We're going to be covering it all daily right here. So yeah, again, we'd love to have you part of the community, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys take it easy, and it's time to Jahream big, baby. Geordie out.